What if I told you something as simple as taking care of yourself in a way most men don't talk about could protect your health, boost your mood, and even lower your risk of cancer? Sounds surprising, doesn't it? But stay with me, because what we're about to discuss might just change the way you look at your own well-being, especially as you age. Today, we're tackling a topic that's often kept behind closed doors, one that makes many men, especially those over 50, uncomfortable to even think about, let alone talk about: masturbation. Now, before you click away, hear me out. This isn't about shame or judgment. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about understanding your body, embracing the natural changes that come with aging, and learning how something so personal could actually be a powerful tool for protecting your health. Let me ask you, when was the last time anyone talked to you as a grown man about the connection between your sexual health and your overall well-being? For most of us, probably never. We grew up in a generation where topics like this were taboo, something to ignore, laugh off, or sweep under the rug. And as we got older, it didn't get any easier. But here's the thing: avoiding the conversation doesn't make the facts go away. And the facts might surprise you. Science. Real research from places like Harvard now tells us that regular ejaculation isn't just a young man's thing or some guilty pleasure. It's actually good for you. It supports prostate health, helps maintain sexual function, relieves stress, and even lowers your risk of prostate cancer. You see, the prostate, that small gland about the size of a walnut sitting right below your bladder, plays a big role in your body, especially in your later years. It produces the fluid that protects and carries sperm, and it's closely tied to your urinary and sexual health. As men age, the prostate tends to grow, a condition called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. And for many, this leads to uncomfortable symptoms like frequent urination, weak flow, or trouble emptying the bladder. Worse, the risk of prostate cancer, the second most common cancer in American men, increases with age. Here's where it gets really interesting. Studies show that men who ejaculate frequently, about 21 times per month, have a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Why? Because every time you ejaculate, your body is flushing out toxins and old cells that could otherwise build up in the prostate. It's like giving your prostate a regular cleaning, one your body actually needs. And no, that doesn't mean you need to be chasing a partner every other night. We're talking about solo health here, masturbation. Plain and simple, a natural act that has been unfairly stigmatized, especially for older men. But the truth is, taking care of yourself in this way is as important as watching your diet, staying active, or getting regular checkups. Think about it. We spend so much time talking about heart health, cholesterol levels, blood pressure, all of which are important. But how often does anyone mention prostate health outside of those awkward doctor visits? Yet this one small gland has a huge impact on your quality of life. Ignoring it doesn't make the risks disappear. And here's what I really want you to hear. Masturbation isn't just about physical release. It's about staying connected to your body. As we age, it's easy to feel like our bodies are betraying us. Joints ache, muscles weaken, and yes, sexual function changes. That can take a real toll on your confidence and your sense of self. But regularly engaging in this natural act can help you stay in tune with your body, recognize what's changing, and maintain a healthy relationship with yourself. It can reduce anxiety, improve your mood, and yes, keep everything down there working as it should. In fact, sexual inactivity over time can actually lead to erectile dysfunction simply because the blood flow slows down and the muscles weaken. I know, it's not something most men want to think about, let alone talk about. But the more we understand our bodies, the more power we have to take control of our health, no matter how old we are. So if you've made it this far, I want you to stick with me, because what we're about to dive into could change the way you think about your health, your body, and yes, your pleasure. It's time we stop feeling embarrassed about something so natural and start seeing it for what it really is. A simple, powerful form of self-care that every man deserves to understand. Trust me, this is a conversation worth having. Now let's talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention: the mental and physical benefits of masturbation, especially as we get older. You see, most people only think of it as a physical act. But what if I told you that taking a little time for yourself, privately, in the comfort of your own home, could actually help reduce your stress, lift your mood, and even strengthen your immune system? Sounds surprising, right? But it's true. Let's start with stress, something we all deal with, especially as we age. The truth is, life doesn't get easier. In fact, for many older adults, stress piles up from health worries, financial concerns, or even loneliness. The loss of loved ones, changing family dynamics, and facing retirement can all take a toll on our mental well-being. But here's where masturbation, something so simple and natural, can actually be a powerful tool. Every time you orgasm, your body releases a rush of feel-good chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin. These are the same hormones that help reduce anxiety, ease pain, and create feelings of relaxation and happiness. It's like giving your brain a natural dose of medicine without a prescription. And the best part, it's safe, it's free, and it's something you can control. No matter your age, you don't need a gym membership or a complicated routine. You just need to understand that pleasure, connection, and self-care are still important parts of your life, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Now let's talk about your immune system. Did you know that regular sexual activity, including masturbation, has been linked to a stronger immune response? Studies have shown that men who ejaculate regularly have higher levels of certain antibodies that help fight off colds, infections, and even more serious illnesses. Think about that. Taking care of yourself in this way doesn't just feel good, it actually helps your body stay strong and fight off disease. And let's face it, as we get older, our immune system naturally weakens. That's why this simple act can be even more beneficial for seniors. It's also worth mentioning how this ties into your overall sense of well-being. Regular sexual activity, even solo, helps you stay connected to your body, and that connection is powerful. It reminds you that you're still here, still capable of pleasure, still alive. For many men, aging brings changes to the body that can be hard to accept. Weight gain, muscle loss, aches, and pains. Sometimes these changes make you feel like your best years are behind you. But staying in tune with your body, understanding how it works, and giving yourself permission to experience pleasure is a way to fight back against that mindset. It builds confidence. It strengthens your relationship with yourself. And yes, it improves your mood, because when you feel good physically, it's a lot easier to feel good mentally too. And here's something else. Masturbation can even help improve your sleep. If you've ever struggled with tossing and turning at night, waking up at 3 a.m. and staring at the ceiling, you're not alone. Sleep problems are common as we age, but many men report that masturbating before bed helps them relax and drift off into a deeper, more restful sleep. So while some people might snicker or feel embarrassed talking about it, the truth is masturbation is a natural, healthy way to support your body and mind, especially as you grow older. It's not about replacing intimacy with a partner, though for some men that may be the case. It's about recognizing that your sexual health and mental health are deeply connected. And caring for one often means caring for the other. At the end of the day, this is really about giving yourself permission to live fully, to embrace the natural changes that come with age without shame or guilt. Your body may change, but your right to feel good, to connect with yourself, and to care for your health never goes away. So the next time you're feeling stressed, lonely, or just need a moment of connection, remember this: taking care of yourself in this way is not only normal, it's healthy. And it just might be one of the simplest ways to protect your well-being in this chapter of life. Now that we've talked about the mental and physical benefits, let's take a closer look at one small but incredibly important part of your body that's often overlooked: your prostate. If you're like most men, you probably didn't think much about your prostate in your younger years. Honestly, most of us don't until it starts causing problems. But understanding what the prostate does and why it matters more as we age is the key to protecting your health. So what exactly is the prostate? It's a small gland, about the size of a walnut, sitting just below your bladder and in front of your rectum. And even though it's small, it plays a big role in your reproductive system. The prostate's main job is to produce the fluid that makes up a large part of your semen. This fluid protects and nourishes sperm, helping it survive the journey out of your body and into a woman's reproductive system during sex. Without your prostate, the sperm wouldn't have the support it needs to do its job. But the prostate's role doesn't stop there. It also surrounds part of your urethra. That's the tube that carries both urine and semen out of your body. And that's where things get tricky, especially as you get older. You see, like many parts of the male body, the prostate changes with age. For a lot of men, it starts to grow, a condition known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. The word benign means it's not cancer, but that doesn't mean it's harmless. An enlarged prostate can press against your bladder and squeeze your urethra, making it harder to urinate. Maybe you've noticed some of the signs already: needing to pee more often, especially at night, struggling to get the flow started, or feeling like your bladder never really empties. These are all common symptoms of BPH, and they affect millions of men right here in the United States. And while BPH is common, it's not the only thing you need to think about. The risk of prostate cancer also increases as we age. In fact, prostate cancer is the second most common cancer among American men, right behind skin cancer. According to the American Cancer Society, about 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer during their lifetime. That's a pretty sobering number. And while many cases are slow-growing and treatable, it's still something no man should ignore. What makes prostate cancer tricky is that it often doesn't cause symptoms in the early stages. By the time you notice changes, trouble urinating, pain in the pelvis or lower back, or even blood in your urine, the cancer might already be more advanced. That's why understanding your prostate and taking care of it is so important. And here's where today's topic ties back in. Regular ejaculation, whether through sex or masturbation, plays a critical role in your prostate health. Every time you ejaculate, you're not just experiencing physical pleasure. You're also helping your prostate function the way it was designed to. You're flushing out old fluids, clearing away potential toxins, and keeping the system running smoothly. Think of it like changing the oil in your car. You wouldn't drive your truck for years without changing the oil, right? The same logic applies here. Regular maintenance helps prevent buildup that could lead to inflammation or even contribute to the development of cancer cells down the road. The bottom line is simple. Your prostate isn't just some random part of your body. It's a vital piece of your health, especially in your later years. And staying informed, knowing what it does, how it changes, and how to protect it can make a huge difference in your quality of life. Because the truth is, nothing about getting older should mean giving up on your health or your happiness. And taking care of your prostate, just one more way to make sure you're around, healthy and strong, for all the moments that really matter. Up next, we're going to talk about one of the most powerful ways to lower your risk of prostate cancer and why this simple habit could change your life. Now let's talk about something that might truly surprise you: how regular ejaculation can actually lower your risk of prostate cancer. And yes, this is backed by real science. You see, most men worry about prostate cancer as they get older, and for good reason. It's the second most common cancer among men in the United States. But what if I told you there's a simple, natural habit that could help protect you. And it doesn't involve expensive treatments or complicated routines. A major study from Harvard University, tracking thousands of men over nearly 2 decades, found something remarkable. Men who ejaculated at least 21 times a month were significantly less likely to develop prostate cancer compared to men who did so less often. 21 times a month, that's roughly 5 times a week. And while that might sound like a lot, it really comes down to one simple truth. Regular ejaculation helps your body function the way it was designed to. Think about your prostate like a filter. Its job is to produce and store fluid that carries sperm. But just like any filter, if you don't clean it out regularly, things start to build up. Old cells, toxins, waste materials, all sitting there, potentially causing inflammation or creating an environment where cancer cells can grow. Ejaculation acts like a natural cleaning process. Every time you release, you're flushing out those old fluids, clearing away harmful substances, and helping to reduce inflammation inside the prostate. It's your body's way of doing regular maintenance, the kind that keeps things running smoothly. And here's why that matters so much. Chronic inflammation has been linked to all kinds of health problems, including cancer. When the prostate becomes inflamed over time, it can create the perfect conditions for cancerous cells to develop. But regular ejaculation helps prevent that. It keeps blood flowing, reduces stagnation, and supports healthy tissue. What's even more important is that this habit is completely within your control. You don't have to wait for a doctor's appointment. You don't need a prescription. This is something you can do for yourself, in your own home, on your own terms, and the health benefits are real. Now let me be clear. This doesn't mean masturbation or frequent sex is a magic shield that guarantees you'll never get prostate cancer. Genetics, diet, lifestyle, and age all play a role. But the research shows that men who take care of themselves in this way tend to have better prostate health overall. It's no different than exercising your heart to keep it strong or watching your diet to protect your blood pressure. Your prostate needs attention too, and regular ejaculation is one of the simplest ways to give it exactly that. I know this might feel awkward to talk about, especially for men our age, but that's exactly why we need to talk about it. Because too many men suffer in silence, dealing with prostate issues only after they become serious. But the truth is, you have the power to start protecting yourself right now. And don't forget, this isn't just about cancer prevention. Regular ejaculation helps improve blood flow, supports erectile function, and keeps the entire system healthy. It's part of a bigger picture, one where taking care of your sexual health means taking care of your overall well-being. So the next time you think of masturbation as something to be ashamed of, remember this Harvard study, remember the science, and remember that this simple, natural act is actually a powerful form of self-care, especially as we get older. You've worked hard your whole life, raising families, building careers, serving your community. You deserve to enjoy good health and vitality in this next chapter. And protecting your prostate is part of that journey. Coming up next, we'll talk about how masturbation also plays a key role in maintaining your sexual health, and why staying active in this way could help prevent common issues like erectile dysfunction. So stick with me, we're just getting to the good part. Now let's talk about another important and often overlooked benefit of regular masturbation: protecting your sexual health and helping you stay confident in your body. You see, as men, we're wired to connect our sense of manhood with our sexual performance. And as we get older, changes in our body can make us question that part of ourselves. Things don't always work the way they used to, and that can create a quiet, growing anxiety that many men carry but rarely talk about. The truth is, aging naturally affects our ability to get and maintain an erection. Blood vessels may narrow, circulation slows down, and hormone levels drop. For some men, this leads to erectile dysfunction, something nearly 30 million men in the US struggle with. But here's the good news. Masturbation can actually help prevent that. How? Well, think of it like this. Your body is a machine, and every machine needs regular use to stay in good working order. When you stop using certain muscles, they weaken. When blood stops flowing to certain areas, those tissues start to break down. Masturbation is like exercise for your sexual health. It promotes healthy blood flow to the penis, keeps the tissues strong, and helps maintain the nerve sensitivity that's essential for sexual function. The more you keep the system active, the better your chances of avoiding serious problems down the road. And this isn't just about physical health, it's about confidence. When you stay connected to your body, when you take time to understand what feels good, what's changing, and what still works, you naturally build a healthier relationship with yourself. You stop seeing sexual health as some kind of performance you have to achieve and start recognizing it as a personal connection, a way to care for your body, reduce anxiety, and feel good in your own skin. Many men, especially after 50, start to carry silent fears about whether they're still good enough, not just in the bedroom, but in life. Losing that part of yourself can chip away at your confidence, leading to stress, withdrawal, and even depression. But here's the thing. Regular masturbation helps remind you that you're still capable, still strong, still alive. It helps you stay in tune with your body's needs and limits, and that knowledge is power. It also eases anxiety about sexual performance. If you're in a relationship, you may worry about disappointing your partner or not being able to perform like you used to. That pressure alone can cause problems, turning sex into a source of stress instead of connection. But when you maintain a healthy solo routine, you release some of that pressure. You stay familiar with your body, understand what feels good, and carry that confidence into every part of your life, including your relationships. And even if you're not currently in a relationship, that doesn't make your sexual health any less important. Masturbation helps you maintain that connection to yourself, keeping your body healthy and your mind at ease. Remember, sexual health is not just about intercourse, it's about overall well-being, emotional, physical, and mental. And regular masturbation supports all three. It helps with sleep, reduces stress, improves mood, and yes, helps maintain healthy erections. It's a natural way to support your body, without pills, without pressure, and without judgment. So if you've ever felt embarrassed or unsure about whether it's normal to masturbate as you get older, let me say this clearly. Not only is it normal, it's healthy. It's one of the simplest things you can do to protect your sexual health, boost your confidence, and maintain control over your body as you age. At the end of the day, this is about living well, staying strong, connected, and confident in every chapter of life. And taking care of your sexual health is just as important as watching your heart, your diet, or your blood pressure. Coming up next, we'll wrap this all together and talk about why embracing this practice without shame is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself in this stage of life. Before we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with one important thought. Masturbation is not just about pleasure. It's not some guilty secret or meaningless habit. For men, especially as we age, it's a simple, natural part of lifelong self-care. Somewhere along the way, society taught us that sexual health was a young man's game, that once you hit 50 or 60, you're supposed to stop caring, stop feeling, stop wanting. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Your body changes, yes. Your energy might slow down and things might not work exactly like they used to. But that doesn't mean you stop being a man. And it certainly doesn't mean you stop taking care of yourself, body, mind, and spirit. Masturbation is just one of those tools you have, a personal, private way to stay connected to your body. It helps relieve stress, boosts your mood, protects your prostate, and keeps your sexual health in check. And no, it's not shameful. It's not something you grow out of. If anything, it becomes even more important as you get older. Let me share something with you. A conversation I had not too long ago with a gentleman named Robert. He's 72 years old, a Vietnam veteran, tough as nails. He told me that for years he ignored his body. He figured once he hit retirement age, things like sex and pleasure were behind him. But a few years ago, after dealing with some prostate issues and a cancer scare, his doctor told him something surprising, that regular ejaculation might actually help protect his prostate and improve his health. At first, Robert laughed. "You mean to tell me that taking care of myself like that is good for me?" he asked. But the more he learned, the more it made sense. Now he treats it just like his morning walk or his vitamins, a part of staying healthy, staying alive, and staying in control of his body. That conversation stuck with me because it reminded me how many of us grew up thinking we had to choose between growing old gracefully or holding on to the parts of ourselves that made us feel alive. But what if you didn't have to choose? What if you could do both? You see, there's no age limit on feeling good, no expiration date on pleasure, and there's certainly no reason you should ever feel ashamed of doing something that protects your health. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, "I'm not sure I'm comfortable with all this," that's okay. It's normal. Most men our age were never taught to talk about this stuff openly. We were raised to tough it out, keep things bottled up, and pretend like we didn't have needs once we hit a certain age. But the science is clear, the health benefits are real, and the choice is yours. If there's one piece of advice I can leave you with, it's this. Stop thinking of masturbation as a dirty little secret and start seeing it for what it really is. A powerful form of self-care. You wouldn't skip your daily walk or stop taking your blood pressure meds, right? So why ignore something just as important, keeping your prostate healthy, your blood flowing, and your confidence intact? And for those of you in relationships, let me be clear. This isn't about replacing intimacy with your partner. It's about complementing it. Staying connected to your own body actually makes you a better partner. You'll understand yourself better, feel more confident, and remove that quiet anxiety that so many men carry into the bedroom. Now, before we go, I want to hear from you. What did you think of today's topic? Be honest. Was this the first time you've heard someone talk about masturbation and men's health in this way? Did it surprise you, challenge you, maybe even make you think a little differently? Drop a comment below and rate this video from 1 to 10. Your feedback helps us create more content that truly matters. Content that speaks to real issues, not just the surface level stuff. And if you found today's video helpful, or even just thought-provoking, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here at Senior Wisdom, we're building a community where conversations like this aren't off limits, where we talk openly, honestly, and respectfully about what it really means to age well, not just in body, but in mind and spirit. Because the truth is, getting older is a gift, but it comes with challenges no one really prepares us for. That's why we're here, to face them together, to share knowledge, and to make sure you never feel like you're walking this road alone. So what's the takeaway from today? Masturbation is natural, it's healthy, and it's one of the simplest, most effective ways you can protect your prostate, maintain your sexual health, and support your mental well-being. It's not about chasing pleasure. It's about preserving your quality of life, about giving yourself permission to feel good, stay strong, and embrace every part of who you are, without shame, without guilt, and without apology. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you'll take what you've learned today and share it with a friend, a loved one, or just quietly reflect on it yourself. Because the more we talk about these things, the healthier and happier we all become. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay strong, and remember, your health is your power. And here at Senior Wisdom, we're with you every step of the way. If you found today's video helpful, or maybe it gave you a new perspective, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more folks who might need to hear this. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever heard about the connection between prostate health and masturbation before? Was anything in today's video surprising to you? I'd love to hear your opinion. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the conversations we're having here at Senior Wisdom. We're building a community where it's safe to talk about real health issues, openly, honestly, and without judgment. And we'd love for you to be a part of it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.